So how to find import and export companies in Asia to trade to them, right? To trade food to them, to trade anything to them, basically, and to buy from them as well. So how to trade, how to actually find people you can trade with, right? That's the question you had. Okay, so there is few ways to do that. The first way would be networking, so would be going through your network. So I'm sure that in your network you already have some traders. Maybe especially in your case, because you're from the Netherlands, so like everyone is a trader there, right? Basically, like every second person is a trader, and and the other one's like weed dealer. I'm just joking. So so like you have like a huge network of traders there. So you have like a huge like network of people you can meet personally. So either in your family or your friends or something. Everyone knows someone who actually do some deals somewhere. And the way that this works is that they would not probably know someone specifically that you're looking for. Like for example, let's say that you're selling. Give me an example. Let's say you're selling soft drinks, right? A beer, right? Okay. So you're selling beer. So let's say you're trying to sell beer to Asia. So you wouldn't really find someone who's trading beer to Asia through your network that easily. Like probably you don't have this person in your network. The odds are small. However, if you know some trader who's trading anything, like anything, beer, like any beer to any country, like or any soft drink. Let's say you know a trader that is trading any soft drinks anywhere else, like not necessarily to Asia. You know a trader who's trading something to, let's say Africa, or like within the Netherlands or within England or somewhere, or from the Netherlands to England. You know them, so there is a high chance that this trader has a network of other drink traders who trade to Asia or to trade to any other market you're looking for. So this trader has a network of some other traders in this particular industry. So this is one way to find those traders, because everyone in the industry knows each other. So bigger you are in the industry, so for example, bigger you are in the drinks industry, or like in your example, bigger you are in the beer industry, there is a higher, the particular person, bigger this person is in the beer industry, the higher chance that he knows more people around the world. And this is how traders work. Like basically trading is based on two things. The first thing the trading is based on is knowledge about the industry. But then the second thing that trading is based on, and I think is actually more important, is the network. And the reason for that is that the basic assumption of how you make money as a trader is you buy cheaper and you sell more expensively. So bigger network you have, the higher chance you can buy something cheaper and sell more expensively, basically. So you see, so there is a very high chance that trader, you know, in the like drinks industry knows someone in Asia who is also trading drinks, like possibly buying those drinks. So this is one way for you to find them. So you go through your network through drink traders, but you could also go through your network to people who are trading with Asia something else. Like for example, you could go to someone who is trading anything in Asia. So for example, this is a person in your network that is trading something in Asia, like candies, like getting like Dutch candies from the Netherlands, bringing them to Asia. So this person could also have a network in Asia of people who would potentially be able to buy your Dutch beer, right? So that's a second approach. That's the second way to do this through your network. But the network is just one approach. I find this approach very good, and I think that the network approach is better. But then there is another approach, and the approach is going through scraping the internet. And there is websites to do that. There is many websites to find potential traders, but the quality of those leads is way lower. So probably you're gonna find more leads to sell to, or like more suppliers to sell to you, but the quality is worse. And then there is hundreds of websites and listings that are something like Upwork or Yellow Pages, but specifically for traders. One of them is Alibaba. But there is other websites, like for example, like anything, you just name it. Like I actually have a list of a few of them, but like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter right now for me to list them to you, because all you have to do is use Google and find few of those lists, few of those websites where traders are putting their offers. So you go to one of those websites and you basically scrape data from them. You basically like see, for example, you go to this website where all the traders of like beer in Asia are, and you just look for like people who are posting offers that are looking for something. So this is very similar to, for example, working with Upwork, or working with like online marketing, right? It seems similar to you, right? Because you basically find leads. They're looking for something, like for example, they're looking for an offer from you. They're looking for you to deliver something to them, and all you do is you approach them. However, for most of those websites, you actually have to pay like for the membership. So what you do is you just, instead of paying for those websites, although you could, but instead of doing that, you just scrape the company name or like company address, and then look for their company. They're like basically find their company, and that's gonna be super simple. You just look for their company name over the internet, and then you find their company. So just to summarize that, you go to Google. You search for websites on which there is listings of people trading something. So you just search for listings. One of them could be Alibaba, but the quality there is not really good. So you probably would like to find some of the better quality. So Alibaba, or like other websites, like website 2, website 3. And what you do is the same thing that you're doing with Upwork, for example. You just like find 50 people who are having the product you're looking for, or who are willing to buy the product you're looking for, and you just mass mail them, just mass mail all of them with the same message. And you just qualify them through an email. If you're looking for a supplier, you're qualifying them by asking questions like, do you have TUV certificate? Do you have SGS certificate? Those certificates are quality certificates for food, by the way. But depending on what product you have. For example, with food, you would probably ask about those certificates. For example, if you want to have a certain price because you're looking for a supplier of something cheaper than you currently have, then you would ask them in this email to qualify them about the price of something, and you just qualify them through this email. And then there is a response rate for people you're trying to sell something to. The response rate from those websites would be around 5%. For people you are trying so this is for people you're trying to sell something to. But for people you're trying to buy something from, the response rate would obviously be higher. But this wouldn't be really higher. It would be around 25%. So as you see, this is not really that good, because those listings are very outdated very often. So this was a second method of finding leads for your trading business. You go to China to meet them after you mail with them, or after you talk with them. So then you go to China, and then you make deals with them. But first you want to qualify whether they are the right fit over the internet or using your network. But the traveling is after. I understand what you're referring to. Like, should you go to China first and network there? Maybe like networking events or something. You could go to like Expo, right? There is for example a food expo. It's called it's called SIAL, and it's like food expo, and you could network with people there. So like this would be another way to find leads, just going to Expo. For example, in Paris, I think it's like one of the biggest food expo in the world. But you could go to China to do the same and then you'd work with people. But as far as I'm concerned, um, of out of all my friends who are going to Expo to China, for example, they do not have so much success with this. With it's just because like taking their business cards and it's just because networking with them. The way it works, for example, in Asia, it's very different to how it works in the Netherlands. So, for example, in the Netherlands or in Western Europe or in the US, you would go to the networking event, you would talk with people about what they want from you, what you want from them, and you would agree on something, and then you would follow up with an email, and you would potentially sell or buy something from them, right? That would be logic scenario in Europe or in the US. And then in China, you need to like, or in Vietnam or in Asia, you want to like schedule a party with them, and like if they promise you something that they're gonna buy from you, and you don't party with them or drink with them, it's like you never said anything. It's just like it's just they say something, like they say, right, yes, okay, yeah, we did the business, but when they say yes, it just means that they do understand what you do. It doesn't mean that they actually gonna do the business with you. It's very different. So you then want to go and party with them, and you want to meet their family. It's really, really, really different and weird to Europeans how it works. But then again, like once you understand how it works, you just mingle with them, and you connect with them. But the way that business works for them, it's that they value social relations more than us Europeans or Americans. We are like, hey, I want to make money, and then friends is the separate world. And for them, it's different to business with friends. So they first want to friend you, and then they want to make money with you. That's kind of how that works. If you're one of the people who prefer to drink and party and travel the world with the partners, then and do the thing you just mentioned here that I don't want to say out loud. If you are one of those people, then probably trading business is something for you. So it's nice.